Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to Into the Unknown podcast. This is going to be episode 4, where we're going to be talking about different styles of training amongst the athletes on this team. We're also going to be getting into the worst injuries of each of the athletes on this team. We're going to get into our favorite state of the week. Again, another hot one. And we also got our athletes of the week, our new little topic. So stay tuned for that. Alrighty, let's get this started.
2, 1. See, that was off.
I don't know. Check the.
I feel like that was me.
It was definitely Jesse.
Oh, okay.
Probably me. It's probably me.
All right,
Get with it, bro.
and we're gonna get into it now.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Into the Unknown podcast. I just remembered that when we do intros, I say welcome to the Into the Unknown podcast. So when we do it again, I'm just saying welcome twice. So I need to find out something to say.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Into the Unknown podcast. This would be the 4th installment. Here with me, I have Jesse Delaberti, Lane Camerata, and Chris Picarello. Off to the side, we have Joe Rizzo. And my name is also Lane Camerata.
What a small world.
First and foremost, shout out Kentucky.
Shout out motherfucking Kentucky.
Shout out Kentucky.
I don't know what...
there.
Do you guys know what happens in Kentucky, though?
Nothing.
I'm not saying I do. I'm just genuinely asking.
Fried chicken.
Oh. Yeah.
KFC, dog.
That's it.
Sponsored.
Nothing but kernels.
Nothing but Colonel. The General himself. Is it the General or
It's a colonel, dude.
the Colonel?
It's Colonel Sanders.
Colonel, yeah.
And now he's running for president.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
It's Colonel Sanders, dude. Who do you think Colonel Sanders is?
Are you confused on who Colonel Sanders is?
I thought it was the dude from Clue.
No, dude.
No, that's
Colonel
Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
Why do we... Who invited him? What is
I thought you guys were talking about Steve from Blue's Clues.
Fuck.
No. He left to do rehab.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, guys, I'm off to college," but it was
Rehab.
drugs.
Rehab. The
Yeah.
35-year-old
Some
man.
say he
Is
actually...
that serious?
you know, it's real.
Yeah,
That's
some
real.
say he saw blue. He saw blue. He's just looking for
You
his
gotta
clue.
be doing drugs if you're
Chris,
doing
maybe
that show.
maybe back away from the mic just a tad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's this?
That's good.
You
I'm just
look
trying to
like
get a
you're
whisper because I know people are sleeping in here.
If people really like this.
Yeah, people
That's
love
good.
it.
All right, let's get on to topic. We often do topics on this podcast. The 4th one. And
Sometimes.
sometimes, yeah. So, first topic. Who would like to introduce it?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
We're here to talk about maybe different style. Maybe for the people who don't know what parkour is, different styles of training, and our styles of training, and maybe what we like to do the most with our training.
I would definitely say a unique thing with all of us is that almost every single person on the team has a different style of training, which I always like.
I would agree.
If I could put it to the kids, we're all different colors here.
I think we have this similar process though.
But who would be magenta?
Travis
Travis?
Travis would be magenta.
It's racist.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that's
Yeah.
I say Travis is a hot magenta.
Oh.
emphasis on the hot. Emphasis.
I
on the
see.
hot.
Emphasis on sexy hot.
Emphasis.
Emphasis.
Yeah, so different styles of training. Because often in parkour is really about learning the way you move and the way your body moves through like space, and stuff.
Yeah.
Space and shit, you know. But yeah, just like the way people train. Normally, you'll never see the same technique, like from the same like two different people.
I've never seen two people move alike. In the 10 years of training.
And even if you do, there's always something that splits them
yeah.
apart.
Mhm.
Yes. So yeah, what do you like? What's what gets you out of bed?
I've
train?
learned through the years. I always enjoyed. When I first started, it was always
Crazy person.
really big tricks or things, big swings and jumps and flips. And now I'm learning that it's more. I really enjoy like a good flowy line. I enjoy all movements kind of tied together.
For those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, I just took a little shot of whiskey. That's a hot liquid.
Some would say.
Some would say.
Some
like,
would say it.
Look.
Joe, would you say?
I love whiskey.
Would you say
Really?
it's hot?
It's a good-
Really?
Are you hot?
It's a little warm. It's a little bitter.
Is the listener hot? Hey,
How you doing?
Sorry, kids. But yeah, I could tell from Jake. I feel like you're very like, if I could put you in a category of three. All right, so for those people who don't know, there's three. I guess if we put it in competition sense, there'd be three different styles. There'd be speed, skills, and style. I'd put you more in between like a speed style because you make lines, but then you'll involve like tricks and like hard flips, but also you involve like power and whatnot.
I always tried to be the Mario of like training.
Say it
Like
right.
I kind of want to be a mix of all things. So
Are you talking Mario that like owns a pizzeria or like
no.
or like Mario?
yeah, like it's a me.
Your last name is
He's
Mario
balanced.
Mario.
He's
Yeah. But I always want to be like a well-rounded
You're balanced,
athlete.
Yeah. Okay.
So, putting lines together with flowy moves and kind of technical moves or like big jumps, I always try to mix them all together. But what comes with that is not training one of those areas enough. So it's like I can't do the most technical flips. I can't do the biggest swings. I can't really do the biggest jumps, but I can do an average of those, I feel.
Yeah.
But through the years of training, I've always tried to isolate one of those things and work on it more, and then work on the next thing more and the next thing, trying to build up the skill in all three of them.
For sure.
You out of your mind, Joe?
Who's throwing smoke around the room?
We have a smoke machine now to give more
For those epic...
ambiance.
For the ambiance.
Ambiance.
Yeah. That's good, though. I mean, I feel like that's very cool. I feel like that's something that a lot of athletes are transitioning into. I feel like it's either you're in the middle, you're either doing like a straight-up parkour line, or you're doing a straight-up like flips line, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there something that inspired that type of movement? Or you're just like, this is what works, like I fuck around and this is what clicks?
I mean, when I first got into training, it was mainly I learned how to do a flip. You taught me how to do a flip, and that was one dream I always had when I was younger. I was like, I just want to learn how to flip off a wall whenever the hell I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I started to do it. And then with training parkour, like there was a solid year that all I did was train tech, jumps, tech, and everything around that. Then there was a year I worked on my acro, really getting like my aerial awareness down. Then there was another year where I was like, oh, I'm getting stronger. My jumps are getting bigger. I can start doing more technical stuff. And then it came trying to mix that all together. And then whenever I feel like I'm falling short on one of those things, then I try to really push that a little bit more, and then one of the other things
It gets
you know,
lost.
yeah, and I'm constantly playing catch up with myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I always tried to like strive for, because I never wanted to be like stuck in one thing. I always kind of wanted to, oh man, those kids are like tricking over there. I can kind of join in and do something, or oh, those guys are doing like a really hard, cat pass pre. I can try to do it. I may not be able to, but like,
you can do that.
Would you consider yourself a hybrid athlete?
oh, a hybrid athlete.
Hybrid.
Maybe not. I would never do a style comp. That's not true. I did. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Damn it.
I was gonna say that also doesn't mean you're not a style athlete. Also, you could just train style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. It's just like always what I tried to like strive for.
Mhm.
It was just like all around.
Yeah.
Well balanced,
Yeah.
of course.
What about you, Chris?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Fucking feel that, bro. I feel that.
I couldn't tell you. I feel like way in the beginning. Well, because the first year I did parkour, I was only doing front flips. Like I legitimately watched Storm Free Run Volume 1, and I legitimately only worked on. It took me like 6 months to even do a front flip.
It takes a long time.
It's like a fucking long time.
Hey Joe, put that
But
put that onto YouTube up there.
Yeah, but then like I don't know. Well, then over the years, like I think it was Nick, fucking Ortiz, and shout out Nick Ortiz, who was like, "Hey, listen, you can actually like jump on the edges and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I started doing like just big precisions for a while. Like I felt like I had decent precisions.
Yeah.
And then after that, I feel like I started seeing a trend where it became like lines and just movement. So now I feel like that's where I'm at. But also I like weird challenges now. Like I love like I don't even know what you call it, like a bar grab, like the jump and you grab the bar
Like
backwards.
the Joe Scander thing.
Joe Scander thing.
That like I guess you would
It's
call it
like
like a
underbar.
diving underbar.
dive underbar, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been fucking
Hurdle
with those.
underbar.
Yeah.
Like when you're hurdling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hurdle underbar.
Yeah.
A hurdle
those
bar?
lot. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Just I enjoy movement. I enjoy like putting pieces together. I think that's a really good part. I mean, the whole point of the sport is point A to B, And
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta get creative in some ways.
Exactly.
Should I say moving creatively? Should I move creative?
It's been a while since you've seen this video, right? For those who don't know,
This video trips me
we are
back,
now
bro.
watching Storm Freerun Volume 1. I mean, if you haven't seen the video, the link will be down in the description. But yeah, this video really throws it back to see what was popular back when this video came out. The way
Real.
people trained. People were really power-oriented, flip-oriented. It, like, wasn't
Team Sheriff was still a thing.
People are more flashy. I feel like now everyone takes parkour, which I'm really, really happy people are doing this. It's way more of like legitimate sports. Like I like back then everything was like, oh, do the coolest thing you could do, but now everything's more technical. Everything's like your form. Honestly, form has become super important in parkour, and I fucking love that.
What was the video someone sent today in the group chat? It was like somebody doing strides.
the guy with the strides.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like legitimately track.
Insane.
But he
Yeah,
has a
those
track background.
That's what I'm
Those
saying.
are
Yeah.
literally
Sounds like
triple
a power
jumps.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like technique.
That was in stride form.
That was not. That was triple jump form.
No, it's triple jump
100%,
form.
yeah.
Yeah, but like when you watch it, it's crazy to think. I mean, it's not really crazy to think, but again, parkour is all about the way you move. So if you learn something like from a different sport,
Yeah.
and you can
implement
bring
it.
it to parkour, that's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris, me, you, Lane, we all did wrestling in high school, and
I'm wrestling walls now.
but there's definitely points of like where you feel, like using your legs came from a lot of wrestling.
For sure.
Like I know a lot of power. My power comes from me when I wrestled. Everything was about getting low and using the strength of my legs to get to my opponent.
Yeah.
Now I took that, put it into parkour, and that's kind of also molded a part of my training.
For sure.
Love that.
If only this is how real life works. My man just flipped over a car with two women, and it was
He
like,
hurdled that shit.
oh wow, like.
Oh,
he didn't-
live wire, Tim Sheaf.
Did you guys see that? Well, this is a little bit of a tangent. The Jimmy the Giant made that documentary about
Yeah,
flow.
The flow, yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy because now they went on. Well, no, they didn't go on to. Well, I guess this goes into the first documentary. But a lot of these athletes are actually take flight athletes, isn't it? It's not take flight. It's urban free flow athletes. Like a lot of them when they left that, a lot of them joined Storm.
I know. I think there was one or two guys. I
It's
mean,
nuts.
Tim Sheaf was urban free flow.
Yeah.
Until he won the competition and kind of like announced that he left. I think this guy as
guy.
well, Janice.
Janice,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was as well. I mean, I don't know.
Crazy.
This video was
Imagine,
way-
Dude, this
imagine
video-
liking a color so much that you change your name to blue and then you only wear blue clothing for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
That's a-
I
Isn't
mean,
that fucking wacky?
hashtag Mason and Henry Blue. Am I right?
No,
Posers.
not no.
Shout out Blue.
Blue from Storm.
No, we love you guys.
I love you
Shout out
guys.
Blue the color.
Yo, do you remember what happened to this guy's spider though? Like he fucking did a con gainer. Like
Oh,
I think
and
it was
he
shortly
hit his
after
head
this.
and broke his
He hit
neck.
his head, broke his neck, and he
No
was out
way.
for a
Yeah,
while,
yeah.
dude.
That's
It was
crazy.
no. The video's still on here.
It's just like he did it, and when he rotated, literally the back of his head like hit the wall. And I think he landed on the back of his neck, like on the ground, because he didn't rotate from it. It was scary.
No, that sounds terrible.
But I mean, I haven't heard from a lot of. Well, Blue's still around. I know. Tim Sheaf is doing his.
He's eating
not
salmon
vegan
now,
I was
anymore.
gonna say,
Yeah,
eating
salmon gives him boners. So
Dude.
he eats meat now.
I'm telling you.
he's still like he's doing these weird movement things now.
I'm telling you though.
Oh, yeah.
Something's
Yeah.
telling me, as unorthodox as all that stuff is,
No,
It's
my
work-
man's gonna
something's
enter a
happen.
competition and destroy it.
Oh my
Bro, he's
God.
working out muscles people don't know about. That's what's
That's what I'm
happening.
saying.
Like it
He's
looks
running
silly,
tech.
but I think he's working out like shit that doesn't exist, like that we don't know exists.
But dude, honestly, like watching this,
The running tech.
R.I.P. Vauxhall, am I right?
That's
Oh,
crazy.
this is
But they
thoughtful.
still. Joseph Marks. He posted on Instagram. He has all the. I think it's the layout. What would you call that? The
Blueprints.
Blueprints.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that. I'm an idiot. I don't know smart people terms.
I'm glad you said it.
Blueprints, red prints. It's all the same.
But yeah, just we'll keep this playing in the background. But to go
Mm.
back to the conversation, I would definitely think, Chris, watching you now, you've honed in on using your power. I would definitely say, like your jumps are absolutely like you don't look like you put any effort behind your jumps. But then to also see how you're mixing that into other forms of training with like flips or putting lines together, it's really cool because like it's not like you're just sticking to jumps. You're doing everything else.
That's all I was doing at one point. I just knew I had like decent precisions, and I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm just gonna do decent precisions and dive rolls. Miss
Oh, the dive
rolls.
roll guy.
I'm
Oh man, if
The
you ever
dive roll
if you ever
guy.
need somebody to dive roll ever, call Chris Picarella.
the unwanted title.
I literally will always remember while we were shooting the NYC POV, you dive rolling that gap.
fucking
was
insane.
insane. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked about that in last week's episode. You dive rolling
Mhm.
that gap. We were like,
That was a little
insane,
surreal,
dude.
like just diving in midair and just looking down at the floor. But no one knows, but there's a behind the scenes. I fucking slammed the shit out of that first one.
I said it. The same clip that you slammed your back, I almost
Goddamn.
fell off the building. I did the side flip and like started leaning to the right, and I like put my foot out to catch myself,
Yeah.
and then right behind me, all I hear was, "Kadoosh!" I was like,
That
"Is
was a
Chris okay?"
But then-
But I just kept running.
But then the second one we got, I was like, it was the smoothest thing ever. No
Just
one
right
heard
down
me.
that little
And I was
hill.
just like, yes. And then that was it. But yeah, yeah, it's good to
I
have
stutter
that.
stepped on that roof stride, almost died. It was a good time.
When you were first testing it, you did that. I
stutter
remember.
stepped it, and then it was more of like it wasn't a stride. It wasn't a stride. It was more of like a stationary run, one-legged pre. Like it was so dumb to even go for. I was like, made it though, survived.
We did it.
What about you, Lane? Actually, I want to start this one with you because your training, I feel like, has changed the most
Dramatically.
out of everybody.
Yeah.
Like you started off, I would have said you were the acro guy
100%.
because you were progressing in flips at such an insane rate. It was, oh man, look at Lane's side flips, they're sick. Wait, what? Why does Lane know how to cork? Oh, Lane knows how to full. Oh wait, all right, Lane's now doing double flyaways, flyaway to pre on
Fucking
bars.
regrabs.
He's
It's
a
like,
shooter.
okay, you need to stop. But then it switched a little bit. Then you're like, cat pass prees were becoming really nice. Your jumping technique was coming really nice. And now your swinging technique is coming really nice. So it's like, I would also fit you in that, like, well-rounded, like, athlete now. Because you literally, and I've seen it, you've trained every single thing you can. And you do, like, every time you train, you're doing every single one of those, what would you call it? Like, categories, I guess?
Yeah, like different styles.
Yeah, you're doing them all, like, every single time you go out and train, which I always thought was sick.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like how you said. It's funny that you say I was the acro guy because when I started, Chris was the acro guy. Like Chris was throwing devil's drops at Nelson's Park.
invert
and I was
fronts?
Like, what the hell, dude?
Chris said
invert
invert
on
fronts.
lock. Crazy.
On lock.
It was ridiculous, but yeah, no.
It dropped you on your head when you went for an inward side flip.
Oh my god, I will never.
I don't know if you guys know this.
Yeah. I was at Nelson's Park and Chris was my mentor one time, as was like everyone on this team at one point. And he was trying to help me with the invert sides off of this wall at Nelson's Park, and he goes, "Yeah, I could spot you on that. I got you." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I trust Chris. I'll just go for it." I went up, and all I felt was Chris's hands just go right on my side, and it went straight down onto my head. And I was like, and he was like, "Well, you did it." And I was like, "Not really, Chris." not
You initially went for it.
really."
That's the
Yeah.
first. You broke the first step, dog.
I was like,
After that, I did not try it again.
God damn.
God, that was like how Andrew.
That was for
dropped me on
Papa
my head
Ernest.
for a backflip.
Almost dropped two?
Me on my head for a backflip. That's how I learned my first backflip at 58.
For real.
Yeah, he spotted me for like 2 or 3, and he was like, "Yeah, just keep going. I'll keep spotting you." And he kept doing it, and I was barely making it around, and then he just walked away. And I went over, and I landed hands and like knees, like my face an inch from the ground. I was like, "Oh my god!" And he was like, "Well, you got around," and I was like, "You're right." So after that, I just started drilling it. Yeah. It was
God
so,
damn.
That's amazing.
it was so
No,
scary.
yeah. No, it's actually funny because I have old videos of just everyone on this team. I'm like this. I have like just a folder. It's just called parkour clips on my computer, and it literally goes back to I think 2014 or 2015.
no way. I need
Yeah.
to see these.
That's crazy.
And I have
Hell
a,
yeah.
Yeah, and it was I have a video of you like doing a line, and it was like you were just starting, like you could tell, and then it was just crazy because it was all parkour, and then now I'm looking, and then I was watching your Instagram video after that, and I was like, fuck, like. That's steroids if I've ever seen it.
Are you
Oh my
juicing?
God. Are you juicing,
Fucking
bro?
Juice.
I wish.
I wish.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like how everyone's like diversified. on this.
It's
Oh, who are these? Who are these
And melded.
bitches?
Ew.
That's
Get this
us.
off. Get this off.
That's us.
What about you though, Jesse? Jesse, you're just flow guy.
Always
Jesse
been.
Jesse
Always
has
been.
been flow state for so long, and
Forever.
I love it.
I don't think it was a slow state. I feel it as like I see my movement as the epitome of a lazy vault. Like you know when you do a lazy vault, it's like that's my movement.
Like you just feel like
I just drag.
you just move.
Yeah, I
like
just
you
move,
just
yeah.
move through stuff.
No, you glide.
Yeah,
glide.
that's a better word for it. Yeah.
But
But
you-
I'm trying to get more powerful because I feel my flow is not where it could be. If I had better acro, my flow would be disgusting, and I know it.
I don't think it's so much better acro for you. Like you
there's
said,
certain
like
times like I'll do a run, I'll do like a flowy line. I'm like, oh, if I could fucking do a full, this would be sick. Like if I could do a palm flip right now, I this would be awesome.
I feel that all the time.
Like this would finish the fucking run.
but see, but like going from like an outside point of view, watching you, like the way you connect stuff, certain people can't do. Like people cannot connect certain moves the way you do, which is why I think it's unique to you. So like that's why it's crazy to hear like that you want to learn these flips just like
Not crazy. Like, I just want to be comfortable with the point where like, oh, I could spice this up with a little fucking full right now.
A little zest.
Yeah, a little zzz.
I don't know. I definitely think
Definitely want to be more
when
powerful.
you move, I'm like you don't even have to be doing like the biggest thing, but like
Yeah.
you'll finish a line. I'm like, that was really nice. Like that was put together really, really nice.
Nah,
Thank you.
You are the epitome of a smooth mover.
Smooth criminal.
Some would say
Man.
it was the sound of a crescendo.
What's a crescendo?
What?
What's a crescendo?
that
Annie,
where
are
you
you
go-
okay?
Nice.
What?
Isn't that a crescendo? Like you hit like
What?
the cymbals. and
Yeah, they came through the window, and it was the
That's
sound of a
loud.
crescendo.
you okay?
Now we're gonna get copyrighted because we
Ratchet
sound
and
just
Nah,
like Michael Jackson.
Fuck Michael Jackson. Alien Ant Farm version of Smooth Criminal 10 times better. Pull it up.
Don't pull that up.
Don't pull it up.
Dude, Alien Ant Farm, the rock version of Smooth Criminal.
So good.
I never heard of this.
I'll
So
listen
good.
to it afterwards. If you guys want to listen along, the link will be in the description. Joe, we still recording?
On the camera? Nice.
Oh,
Cool.
man.
What a good
Nice.
time.
You know what? This is going to be a 45-minute.
What?
Yeah. The people want it. We're giving it to them.
Oh my god.
Longer
We'll
than 30, baby.
yeah, we want to make them longer than 30. Maybe there will be some things on the audio version that the YouTube version won't have. Or maybe the YouTube version will have stuff that the audio version won't have.
Possibly.
That'd be cool.
Hidden gimmicks.
hidden gimmick.
But
Easter egg.
looking at our how the podcast is doing across the platforms,
Mhm.
we see that one of the biggest platforms that people are listening to it on is Spotify,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Makes sense.
If you did not know, this podcast is available on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play
Google
Music
Play.
now, the Google one, which I think is dope.
I love
Buzzsprout, which is
love
the
that.
site that we use to host the podcast. So you can find us on all those things, or wherever you really listen to a podcast at this point, because we're probably there. But yeah, just search Into the Unknown Podcast, look for our logo with a little microphone in it, and you'll find us.
That sounds baby.
I think a cool topic to be going to would be maybe worst injury. I think that.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say.
I feel like
Not really.
everyone's-
I got two. I got dislocated shoulders, and I concuss myself every other month.
Yeah,
at
I
this
only,
point.
I only have like two. It's a
You gotta get concussed every. now and
physical and a
again.
mental, baby.
Okay, so we'll flip a coin. Anyone got a coin real quick, or just something that we can flip, or not our bot? That's not our. Okay, so okay, we'll go worst. We'll either go worst training injuries, or we could go worst experiences with people who don't train.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say the
Muggles.
shout out Peach Ice and Nikki. Okay, plain side will be worst injury.
No e-girls.
Regular side will be words
We'll
No
get,
e-girls.
We'll get into that.
So what was it?
injuries. I
Injuries.
don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was a good flip.
That was a good flip.
That was
a good
That's
flip.
fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
So let's go with
Injuries are good.
injuries. You want to start off, Chris?
My foot was out of place.
Your foot.
My foot.
Look, picture. I want everybody right now. Close your eyes, and I hope everybody's playing along. Everybody at this table, close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes. I want everybody to picture the number 7, and now at that corner piece, right where
That's a foot.
where it goes down, that's what Chris's ankle looked like.
Yes.
So his leg came out, and then his foot made the 7.
I have a weak mind's eye. I don't picture this.
Okay.
The picture was.
Here we go.
Oh, I
amazing.
saw it.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
it.
This right here, the microphone stand,
Of course.
Chris's leg,
Yeah.
Chris's ankle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
That was definitely the
Don't
epitome
do that.
of my injury. That was
Deadly.
fucking strange.
But you took it like a champ.
I guess.
You were just chilling.
No, the thing was I fell.
There's a
Okay, so the
picture of you on
thing,
the
the story
ground.
was like we were outside. Okay, I finished playing pool with my friends, and this one kid that was there was like, "Oh look, parkour!" and everyone decided to hop over like this little ramp that there was leading into the building. So I said, "Oh, okay, fine. I'll just flip over this." So being the douche that I was, deserved this. I flipped and then I just over rotated. But the thing was like, I thought I just over rotated. Like I rolled out of it. I was like, okay, fine. Like it's cool. I tried standing up and I realized my foot was bent sideways. And I was like, no one noticed. That was the thing. Like nobody noticed until I was like, oh wait, guys, my foot's like sideways, and that's not me doing that. And then
Fuck.
yeah, so we waited there for like 15 minutes. Ambulance came. They rushed us to the hospital, And then the lady, the nurse,
How it went back in.
fucking God.
Oh my god.
The nurse was telling me this whole like 20 minutes I was waiting to get into like this room that they could put me under and they would be able to put my foot back into place. So I was like, okay, easy peasy, great fix, not a problem. So we're sitting there. My parents are with me at this point, and this Russian, Irish looking nurse, I don't even know how to describe her, walks in and she just looks at my foot and she says, hey, there's no blood now circulating into this. So like if we wait any longer to put this in, you're going to have your foot amputated. So I was like, you know, but again, it's a Staten Island hospital. How do I know these people were telling me the truth?
That's true.
So she goes to me, I just hold the bed. I'm going to count to 3 and I'm just going to yank on your foot. So I said, okay. I held onto my bed. I counted to 2 and she proceeded to do it because, you know, they like to trick you like that.
Yeah,
It's like a
so you
roller
don't think
coaster.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Smart.
you don't think about it. Yeah. But
How'd it feel?
that was that was the most painful experience I've had in my life.
Breaking it or replacing it back in?
Replacing it,
Wow,
absolutely.
yeah.
I felt absolutely nothing when I dislocated it.
Oof.
But so relocated, craziest thing, like it was pale white. As soon as it went back in, rushed in the blood.
Wow.
Insane. But
Did it feel?
That's actually
Did it
really
feel
cool.
warm?
yes.
Like your foot was like hot, right? Because all the blood was
Extremely.
just going into it.
Yeah.
That's
fucking
crazy.
Yeah,
insane.
and
You
then
were
I-
out for a little while from that too,
I was out only 6 weeks.
but you wore the brace
What?
for a while.
I wore the brace for a while, but I
Yeah.
still needed that. That's the thing.
Because he didn't break his ankle.
Yeah,
didn't-
dislocated.
you
It's
just
like
dislocated.
sprained
Yeah,
it
but the
almost.
thing is, you have to realize, I went to the orthopedist and they had told me, yeah, you hit like a 1 in a million shot of you not tearing any ligaments, you didn't break any bones, you literally just got a very fucking terrible sprain.
Yeah.
Strong
your
boy.
your ankle just like wiggled its way through all the tendons and everything.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm gonna chill here for now.
this is fine.
I know you didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Next
I know
time,
that.
though.
Listen, dude, it's fine.
you. Yeah,
But,
that was crazy though. I remember
yeah.
that.
I still had like recurring ankle problems from that time, and yeah, be careful of your ankles, everyone. Those
Take care of your ankles.
Take care of your motherfucking ankles.
Shout out ankles.
Shout out ankles.
Shout out
and
Kentucky.
Shout out Kentucky.
Definitely shout out Kentucky. Don't forget.
That's
Don't
my
forget Kentucky.
injury
please.
story.
And moving on to Lane. What about you? I feel like you.
I was gonna say, have you ever fucked up?
Yeah.
Have you ever fucked up?
You
have.
felt you
I
chill
definitely
faced.
have.
Oh wait, that was one time. Yeah.
on the gate flip, on the palm flip you did off of the at VertiQuest. You don't remember that when Vanguard was there, when Mike and Shaw were there?
Oh, the one where I
He
was
was
standing next to
concussed.
you.
were
Oh,
there,
no,
yeah.
I didn't chill face. I missed the edge.
He missed the edge.
Yeah, I slid off.
But you fell on your
What
face.
about?
That's not chill face. I
Wait,
missed
hold
the
on.
edge.
But you're chilling on your face.
Would you
Yeah.
would you say it was the swing of VertiQuest when the bar broke on you?
Oh my god, let's not talk about that. That's,
Forgot about
yeah,
that.
Keep that off. Keep that off. I'm gonna go into something else. I'd say honestly when I front flipped off the motel. No, yeah, I would say that was pretty bad. It wasn't, but like
about
I've never
that.
gotten injured and have to like really stop training.
No, but you should have.
I guess.
Dude,
Yeah, I should have not.
I was there because we were talking about front flipping off of it. Like I was there with you, and then you went off. I just saw your body disappear, and all I heard was
Actually, I
Because
talked
it went
about
to
that last
grass.
night.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
literally.
Yeah, no, I was just saying.
Joe, how's the camera doing, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately after that, I decided not
We're
to front
sick,
flip
boys.
off of
Yeah,
that.
we're fucking.
I told them last
zesty.
night like I remember front flipping off of Nelson's like the rocks at Nelson
Yeah.
so much, and I like you know I don't train diving front flips that much now. I do more because of the injuries and whatnot and the things I want to do. But like I didn't train them that much back then. I was like, I got this, no problem. And then once I went, I just over rotated, and I was like, ooh, turn, save yourself. And yeah, I didn't save myself all too well.
I remember one of the best parts is when you got up because you had like very long hair at the time, and it wasn't like like because of how you hit, your hair tie like went up just a little bit, so you look like Jimmy Neutron. Your hair was like sticking straight up. And I remember you were looking down, and somebody on the camera said something, and you looked up, and your hair just like whipped, and you were like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,"
Oh, that
and you
was-
put your head back down.
That was Andrew because I fell. I got up immediately because I was like, oh, I fell. So I got up and then I literally was so like I definitely got concussed. I went out for a second, but when I got up, I fell back because of being concussed and trying to get up so quickly. So I fell back a little bit and I caught myself and I was like, oh, we're like that hurt right now. And Andrew looked at me and he was like, you hit your head a little bit.
And
I was
you're like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
nice,
cool, cool.
It literally looked like when girls, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, they put like water bottles in their hair. That's not what I
Yes.
can describe as
Yes,
hair.
yes, like it goes like straight
yeah,
up.
it just goes straight up. Look like a who.
Who
you
calling pinhead, pinhead?
What is that from?
SpongeBob.
I never
I'm
watched.
there today. And
If you guys
Never
do
watched
want to see that lame claim to fame part 1, I died twice at the end. You can
oh
see
my
another
god! Wait,
bill
what else
too,
did you
so-
die on?
Brooklyn Zoo. I ate the bar.
Oh, you ate the bar.
That was a good one too.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's what my thing is when I hit the bar. But we'll get to that.
Fuck.
What about you, Jesse?
I was gonna say, I had the same injury twice, but from 2 different altercations. One was at 58. I think the same day you almost had a heart attack at 58.
That was
I
a
did the
very
pre to
long
the red
time ago.
wall, just missed it with my toes, slid down, and just clipped both my knees. And I was unable to walk for like 3 weeks.
For those who don't do parkour in the biz, we like to call that shinner.
A
Yeah, good shinner.
A near as well, because you just hit your knees, right?
I hit my knees and I took the skin off my shins. Yeah, because I cut my shin a few months ago and I had a scar, and then I ripped the scar right off, and it was on the wall, and I was like, "This here's my fucking scar, dude." And I did the same exact injury at Sanctuary, with the strides,
Yeah.
and I hit it. Where I landed, there was fucking sand because we're shit. We didn't check our surfaces at the time, and I just did a fucking
You're right.
split, straight up split leg on the wall, and bashed the same fucking knee. This is years later, and both of those took me out for a while. Like my knee was. At first, it doesn't hurt. Like, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm good. But as we started walking, the next spot just kept swollen and swollen. I just couldn't walk. And I was like, oh.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
during
you were all
that,
there.
during
Yeah.
that day, I remember you were saying, you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, I was like, guys, I'm good. And
Yeah.
then over time, I
Your
was
mom
like,
came and picked you up.
from
I
the,
remember that.
from the ferry,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
like, I can't fucking
Guys, I
walk out
can't
now.
do this.
That was
yeah.
terrible.
And the other one the one I was talking about, like the mental injury. Remember the side flip at Nelson's Park? We finally got
With the
side.
sand,
finally got
Oh
side
my
flips
God.
down, and then
we were
when
freshmen.
I just went up like a starfish and just dove headfirst like a lawn dart into the sand, and took me out parkour mentally with side flips for like months. Like I was terrified.
I remember we were freshmen in high school,
Yeah.
and you sent me a text that sand had just fallen out of your
Dude,
ear.
I was sitting in class. No, it was my nose.
It was your
Yeah,
nose.
I was just writing down. All of a sudden, just a couple grains of sand just fell in my notebook, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And this is my life now. I'm fucking sad, man.
I was
I'm
clean-
Sandman.
Clean your fucking nose.
Nah, dude, I can't blow it. Shit's clogged.
Yeah.
Shout out noses.
Shout out noses.
Shout out Kentucky.
Shout out Kentucky.
So Jake,
I guess New York City.
Jake, let's talk about your lips. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh,
for those
there it
who are
was.
watching, for those
Look,
who
look
are
at his
listening,
hair. Look at his hair. Ready?
For those who aren't who are listening at the moment, we're actually just saw like Lane's bail.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You're such a baby,
Yeah,
dude.
and you have no beard.
What a little concussed baby you are.
So I definitely would say
We didn't
I
ask.
don't even want to say that's my worst. Shut up. I wouldn't even say that's my worst one because like there was no pain. I wasn't in pain at all.
At zoo?
Yeah. So my first one was at Brooklyn Zoo, the first competition I ever took part in, speed comp. Watching it back.
Shout out Brooklyn Zoo. Please return my chalk.
Please.
It's the most odd situation ever. I'm sorry.
Oh, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
First speed competition I ever took part in, and watching it back, it always just got me mad because remembering the times of like the people who got first, second, and third, I would have been on that podium somewhere.
Yeah.
And right at the end, I remember I was like, okay, pre to the bar, jump down, under bar, slide to the finish. I pre to the bar, and when I jumped down, I jumped too far, and I put my hands up, and my hands went behind the bar that I was trying to grab, and I went full force.
Fucking
This bar
smack.
clotheslined me.
You never go.
You ever
full
watch
force.
WWE? Remember JBL? Like the clothesline from hell? This thing,
so out of character for him.
dude, this thing knocked me on my ass.
Dude,
that
was
Everybody,
scary.
like the sound, I remember running, I heard the noise of the bar shake. Felt no pain, and then I was just staring up at the ceiling. Everybody came like running over. Shout out Ernest.
Shout out
I
motherfucking Ernest.
barely knew
Potty
Ernest at this
photos.
point, and he ran over first one onto me, and he was like, "Are you okay?" Like he was like helping me
Are
out.
you okay, little Jake?
I remember I didn't answer a single person because with my tongue I was counting my teeth. I was making sure all my teeth were in my mouth.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what
all
a
my-
I
scary.
did the same thing.
All
That's
my
spooky.
all my teeth were in my mouth. I was like, cool. Then I remember I went like I put two thumbs in the air. I said, I'm fine. And when I said fine, blood shot up out of my mouth. And I was like, I may not be okay.
No, because you came over to me.
Yeah. So I got up and I'm walking around. Everybody's like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just like a little out of it. I went over to the mirror to like check my mouth. So I was like, my teeth are definitely messed up right now. I pulled my lip down. I was like, there's a hole in my mouth, like in my bottom lip. Like just for reference, like that little vertical piece of skin that you have that like connects your lip to your gums, that was torn and there was just a hole. And I was like, I remember I went up to Chris. I was like, we got to go to the hospital. I'm
Yeah.
like, this isn't good. Went to the hospital. I remember on the way there, my head was just now like pounding. I was in a lot of pain. We got there, and they had to put stitches like in my lip, and it was great because that nurse, whoever you are, shout out to you. You're great. First thing she told me was, I've never seen this before. I don't even know how to stitch this up. She goes, I'm gonna try. So
What
they
a
put
thing to say.
Novocaine all up inside my mouth. So like, and
No pain.
just mind you, needles in the roof of your mouth does not feel good.
Yeah.
You know where she didn't put needles? In the bottom of my mouth, where the stitches were going. So she sticks the needle through, and as she starts pulling the thread, I'm looking at her, screaming.
Bro,
Because-
that's our only job.
But like, but now just imagine she's pulling this needle or the like the hook with the stitch on it, pulling it through her mouth, and I'm staring at her, and I'm like, ah. And she looks at me, she goes, oh, you feel that? I was like, yeah. So they put like 3 more needles in my mouth.
God.
But the amount of blood that came out of me, I remember I couldn't talk for like the next week. I could barely eat like food because I couldn't open my mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that's like it was visually the worst. Other than that, my shoulders just pop out of
Our
place. every now
shoulders
and
are
then.
just fucked.
Yeah, dude, we got the
Constantly.
best shoulders.
Oh, how could I fucking forget?
Wait. Oh, I had my headphones on the thing too.
I might have to
did it twice.
retract.
We got it.
Shout out motherfucking Kentucky though.
Dude, shout out Arizona.
Shout out Arizona.
I guess New York City.
Am I right?
And
Shout out, I
can't-
guess, New York City.
I guess.
completely ignored my shoulder separation as my worst injury.
Wow.
That was a
Yeah.
good one, too.
Because that affects me still to this day. Overshot a front flip, dislocated my shoulder. That's it. That's the whole story.
Well, did it dislocate? You have a bone
Separated.
displacement.
Yeah, I separated the AC joint, and it's never going to be symmetrical ever again, he said.
For those that don't know, I don't even know if you can see this on YouTube, but my man right over here has a nice bump on his shoulder.
Yeah,
That's his bone.
I learned it bounces and squishes when Vinny was like, touch mine, it also squishes. I was like, oh, fuck.
Squishy, squishy
you,
boys.
you and Vinny are like me
Same
and Chris.
yeah, same exact injury, yeah.
That's
Look
so
at that.
fucked. That
Come
is
on,
so
Lane,
fucked
get with the
up.
tides. You and Joe have to have a similar bail now.
If you
Yeah.
got okay, the
Over flip a jump, Joe, right now. Fall on your face.
prerequisites for being on the unknown team is dislocated shoulders, torn AC joints, and just you have to live on Staten Island.
Yeah, you have to be very close to cancer at all
Or
times.
we're in Boston / Long Island, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Staten Island, I guess.
The Shaolin.
Your quads have to be bigger than my future
Yeah,
to be on this team.
yeah.
We all have pretty big quads at this point.
I have uneven
sorry.
quads.
I have
Yeah?
small quads.
My quads are pretty uneven.
Shut up, Lane.
Small but shredded.
Stop.
We got small quads, but we shredded.
But we shredded, boy.
My,
We fucking dense.
dense,
we fucking dense.
it's so strange, dude. Injuries are just odd. We play a weird game.
We do.
Like honestly, you gotta think about it. Like it's not like obviously people who don't do parkour. I don't know why you're even listening to this podcast. First off, who knows how you got here?
fucking
But
muggle.
second,
But
it's like
welcome.
But
If you
welcome.
are here and you don't know it, like you're just listening to 4, sometimes 5 or 6 guys because we rotate. Just talk about our lives at this point.
yeah. And also, if you're from Kentucky, you have to be here.
Obviously.
You're a guest of honor at
That's
this
it,
point.
baby.
But
Get
yeah,
your chicken, pull up.
like skateboarders, I feel like they're at like a like a lot of people use like safety equipment and stuff like that. And like we have gyms and stuff like that, but a lot of the sport is done outside. Like you got to think about it. The first years of parkour, they were only on the walls. Like
There
with-
was no
with-
gyms.
They
There
went
was
outside
no
with their
gyms.
shoes. They went out to a wall that they were like, hey, this is something can be done with, and they were like, I'm gonna fucking huck my body at this shit.
Yeah.
Like think about that.
No
Because
mats.
also when
No
we were
mats.
we
No
were
mats.
younger,
No mats.
we were talking about shit we used to do when we were younger. Like the bridge at Nelson's Park.
Yeah,
The railing was like chest high. I was 16. I fucking piked front off over it.
yeah.
I would never now. You couldn't. No.
I told Joe the other day, I did you remember the pop-up for Movement Creative?
Oh, yeah.
At Governor's Island. I did a running hurdle stride to a rail. I would never stride a rail now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and at the time I was so
Jesse,
confident.
Jesse,
What we bounced off shit.
what are
too,
the
like-
odds? You go to Nelson's.
It doesn't
And
exist.
Pike front it.
There's always odds.
I don't think it exists.
No,
There's always odds.
no, that bridge is.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I think Hurricane Sandy took that bitch. She was like,
No, it took the rock.
No, it took
Nice.
the rock. The bridge is
Yeah,
still
took the
there.
rock.
Jesse,
yeah?
what are the odds? You go to Nelson's tomorrow and front flip over that rail.
I got plans with my girlfriend tomorrow. I can't.
What are the odds?
What are the odds I'll do it next week?
No, just what are the odds you'll do it?
15, I'd say.
15?
Good
Yeah.
one.
Do it
Alright.
right now.
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
13. Fuck, god damn it.
That was so off.
Why the fuck would you pick 13, you
you
stupid
do-
bitch?
I don't
No
know,
one
man.
ever
stupid bitch.
No one ever picks the numbers in the countdown, bro. That's
Too
what's
much.
up.
Too much.
Lower your voice.
Sorry,
please.
sorry.
You're hurting the viewers' ears.
I apologize to my viewers,
was a
mom and
pipe.
dad,
Stop
if you're watching.
peeking.
I have just said bitch.
Oh no.
Again, you said it twice.
What, bitch?
I'm sick of this shit, Chris.
3 times.
You and this cursing.
Bitch.
But
Bitch.
wouldn't you guys believe it? Episode 4 of Into the Unknown is sponsored.
What?
Yeah.
By who?
By who?
I'll
If
tell.
you fucking,
by
if you
whomst?
fucking do what you told me before and show me before, I'll murder you.
Wait, hold on. Lane, what does that say behind your head? Oh, wait, that's our sponsor, The Unknown Project.
Have you guys heard of the
Thank
Unknown
God, 'cause I
Project?
can't read.
Fucking son of
Oh,
a
Lane,
bitch.
it says The Unknown Project. I didn't know you didn't read. I didn't want to be disrespectful.
No, it's
Sorry.
fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's whatever.
But The Unknown Project, you want some nice apparel at affordable costs?
What?
It's very nice. It feels very good. I think I did the same
God.
thing last week.
You did.
Jesus Christ.
Then check out unknownprojectco.com. I still don't remember if that's.
I think it's what it is. Yeah.
I think that's what the Unknown Project Co.
Or I honestly think it's the unknownproject.co.
I really hope not. No, I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I'm,
.co.
I'm full of shit, bro. Let me just check.
If you guys are in Kentucky, check that out.
We'll check. We'll pull that up.
Yeah.
We'll pull that up.
For those that are listening to this podcast that we haven't posted about yet, just stay tuned for something special coming to that store.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll have a special deal for the podcast listeners. Who knows?
We're just speaking into the future.
Yeah.
We know.
Jay, you were right. It's it's unknownprojectco.com.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because we're a corporation.
We are a corporation.
Come on.
Yeah, bring that up to corporate.
If we could, I
Bring
would
that
like
up.
to give maybe we do like an athlete of the week thing. Maybe we give a shout out to
Well, we got
some athletes.
we got
Or
about
one.
2 minutes.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Cool.
We just mentioned a name.
Go ahead.
I would like to give a shout out to Mike Arujo.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Pyro
okay.
4 PK on
strong
Instagram.
boy.
Shout out, Bang.
Strong motherfucking
The-
beard, strong motherfucking arms, strong
The-
motherfucking feet.
The hybrid athlete, I heard.
The hybridest of
Built
athletes.
like a bodybuilding caveman.
What about you, Lane? Who's your athlete of the week?
Athlete of the week, I would say Mason Blue. Honestly, Blue PK.
Ooh.
He's just.
Someone say his
honestly
favorite color is
amazing.
green.
Oh God!
What a liar.
What a fucking joker.
Jesse,
I wasn't prepared for this.
you weren't prepared for this?
No. You go first, and I'll come back to you.
God damn it, because I wasn't prepared for this. Athlete of the week.
I don't spend a lot
We
of
said
time
in
on
the last
Instagram.
couple. We said in the last couple of podcasts. Big Will from Boston.
Big Will.
My dude is killing it. Killing it. Hurry up, Jesse. You only got like 30 seconds. Podcast is about to end.
Yeah, guys. You know what? Everyone who's posted on Instagram the last week, you guys are killing it.
Oh.
You guys are killing it.
Ooh.
Oh, how
He
do you?
shouted it.
Yeah, you
Athletes of
know.
the week,
If we
bro.
could, so then can I give 2 in replacement of Jesse?
No. You
No,
don't get that.
it's just
That's
everybody.
just Jesse.
Because he's probably gonna. Yeah, his choice
'Cause
picks
he's a
anybody you would have
stupid,
picked.
Stupid
No.
bitch.
I find a bunch of athletes, like random athletes,
Put
and I
your
don't even know their
headphones on, we're
names, and you guys do cool shit.
But yeah,
Yeah. So, thank you guys for coming and listening to our podcast, episode 4
in the books.
in the books. All podcasts will be aired on Sunday through Spotify,
The Lord's Day.
Would it be-
Buzzsprout,
Sorry, would it be considered still in the books, or is it on the cloud? That it's going online.
in the ear,
In the ear.
in the ear,
In the ear.
in the ear, and in the heart.
Oh,
We
man.
might be last on the field, but we're number ones in your heart.
We're here to get all romantic styles with you.
We touch you everywhere.
But audio versions of the podcast will air on Sundays, and video versions of the podcast will air on Monday. So thank you guys for watching,
Thank you.
and we'll see you in the next one.
You smell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Kentucky.